It's Donna. Come on in to Donna's Sewing Circle. How are you all today? Today I'm beginning lesson 5, and lesson 5 is on the choosing the right fabric for your project. There's a variety of fabrics out there, and if you're doing clothing or quilting, most fabrics that you'll find in fabric stores is cotton, but they do have certain sections lined up that are knits, satins, silks. But those are specialty fabrics. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just the way that the needle you put in, the projects you're going to do. So there's nothing wrong with having different fabrics. It just depends on the project you're building. And most of the projects I'll be showing in this studio requires cotton, but I will show you some of the others. Cotton is a very, very beautiful fabric, easy to manipulate. It's a little heavier, coarser maybe, I'm not sure the right word, than some fabrics, like the way it lays. It doesn't lay like silk. See, this is kind of firm, whereas this is silk. I'm sorry, it's satin. I have white satin. I use it for linings. In some of my bags I use a satin lining. Now for beginners, I do not recommend it. As a matter of fact, I've got a sample. The sewing machine cover I made is beautiful. It's more of a linen fabric, but the inside, I love to upcycle, but the inside is it was a pillowcase. It's very satiny feeling, and my students absolutely loved it when I was teaching my classes, and I said, don't get that fabric for your lining. It's too hard for beginners. If you're a beginner, you really need to start with cotton. It's the best fabric to learn with. And if you hear my kitty cat, I am so sorry. She followed me in here, and she won't stop crying. I've given her water. She just wants attention, and she's an orange and white kitten. She's not full grown yet. She's probably 6 months old. Okay, back to the fabric. And one of the things I love to upcycle are sheets. And this is a flannel sheet I picked up at Goodwill. I actually plan on making cloth, what do you call those things? Cloth paper towels. Cloth towels. They're reusable. You just throw them in the wash and you reuse them. And that saves you a lot of money from having to buy those paper towels that you use once and throw away. And I will have a class on that later on. I've got to get through these first 15, and then I've got to get through my first 6 sewing classes. And then I'm also will be doing probably a weekly, maybe a monthly, where I'll be testing patterns from quilting magazines and recommending patterns or not recommending patterns, and seeing if I can follow the directions, because a lot of times it's hard to follow the directions in quilting magazines, quilting books. So I wanted to do like a walkthrough to help people make that pattern, because I don't know how many times I've looked online, people have found a pattern that they really like and they've left a comment on the product that they purchased it from. We need a video to help make this. And there's never a comment, or they say we don't make videos, we just sell the pattern. So I'm kind of the intermediary. So if there's any a pattern out there that not clothing, I'm not fond of making clothing patterns. I will make my own clothes and make my own pattern, but I don't make clothes from a clothes pattern. But if you find a quilt or a soft plush item, anything that's made out of cotton, send me a comment, send me a message, and I'll add it to my list of things to do, and I'll get a video out there for you. Okay, back to our fabric. So this was flannel. I do use flannel. It's a little thinner than cotton usually, and you just have to, I use the same needle as I use for my cotton, and same tension, just sewing more carefully, making sure that everything lines up. Let's see, what other things is there about fabric? And with me using sheets for a lot of my projects, and you decide I'm going to use sheets also, when you're in the Goodwill or you're at the thrift store, yard sales, when you're looking for fabric or sheets and fabric to sew with, I highly recommend you get 100% cotton. Don't get those sheets that are real silky and real thin and feel so beautiful, because they're super hard to sew with. My students learned the hard way. Some of them chose that kind of fabric, and one day I actually picked one of those fabrics and cut it up to use it in one of my projects, and it's not a very good fabric to work with. So try not to get the blended fabrics. Try to go 100% cotton or the flannel, or let's see, probably the flannel and the cotton is probably the best for beginners. And you can also get full-length skirts that are 100% cotton. You can get dresses that are 100% cotton. Men's shirts are awesome. The dress shirts that they have, the button dress shirts, that fabric is awesome. And sometimes you can find some, not sometimes, a lot of times you can find some beautiful patterns in the clothing department that you will never find anywhere else. I've made some beautiful items with fabric I've recycled from shirts and tops and skirts and dresses. So I highly recommend that you open your eyes when you're looking for fabric. I've used shower curtains. There are so many fabrics out there that are just waiting for you to upcycle and use. Okay, and I wanted to let you know that today's printable, I've combined all the printables now. So when you go down below and you see free printables, you're getting all 15. That way you don't have to go back every day and download something else. You can go ahead and download all 15 of them and have them ready for when you watch my series. And what I recommend is when you get your free printables, I printed these out on cardstock at the library, and they also have laminating machines at the library, so I had them laminate them. So they're permanent, they're beautiful. I just wipe them off if they get dirty, wet. Kitty cats, puppy dogs, you know how they are, spilling things everywhere. And then you'll have them handy for referring back to, so you don't have to keep going back to my videos and trying to find out where I said what. You can find everything I'm talking about here on these flyers. And also my book has come out. You can get it as a Kindle or as a paperback workbook. It's an 8 by 11.5, so a regular sheet of paper. And it's got some beautiful images in there that I designed specifically with nothing on the back, so you can cut them out and frame them and put them in your sewing room or anywhere else you would like some 1950s style memorabilia. So a lot of cool stuff in the book and in the Kindle, so either one. And I think that's it. So that's today's lesson, and I will see you. Now my lessons are coming out at 10 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, and 7 in the evening for these 15 series. That way you can get through them in a week. The first one comes out Monday. This one is day 4. It comes out on Tuesday. 4, 5, and 6 will come out Tuesday. So if you haven't seen the other 3, just go back in my playlist and you'll find them. Hopefully it'll be linked wherever they link it here on YouTube. I'll tell it to link it, but sometimes it's hard to find them. But you can go back in my playlist and they're labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So you can watch all of them as a series. And that'll help you as a beginner get everything ready before you start your first project. I've also got my Amazon affiliate links below. If you do purchase anything from my links, I do make a small commission. It helps support me and my channel and helps me continue creating these videos. Now the link I've got set up like a little store, so it's not like, oh, here's a link, click on it. It'll actually have an image. You look at it, decide if you like it. That way you don't have to keep going back and forth to Amazon wondering what that click link is. It'll actually be set up like a catalog. So enjoy yourself. Just cycle through the catalog and enjoy it. And you can do that while you wait for the next video to come out. So I'll see you next time. Y'all have a blessed day.